If there's any man that could tell you about this game right here, it's me, man. The way I fanboyed the fuck out of this game from the moment I saw the trailer way back was insane. So I just want to share a little fanboy's opinion of the game that definitely lived up to expectations and more. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, this game was actually funny as fuck. There were actually so many moments in the game where I was genuinely laughing. And yes, it's probably because I'm a corny ass nigga or whatever, yeah, you know, but my point still stands. From when you hear Clank cussing, being scared of the bone goons.
Holy! You said it, pal!
LaPierre's French accent trying to holler at Rivet.
Well. We meet again, my witchy.
Like, high key, I took notes. Even though his lines didn't really work, but... And Rivet definitely kicked his ass for it, but, that's beside the point, man. That's still Riz, bro. Wait. Is that... Wait, maybe that's why I don't have any Riz. Anyways, yo, fuck it, bro. Zircon Jr.'s Need for Destruction and all those weapon tutorial shit, man. Mwah. I love that character, fam. The interaction between Emperor Nefarious and Dr. Nefarious were always having me dying, fam. I was very entertainment. And if there's any of y'all that caught that track at the very end, in the end credits, it explains a whole lot of how different those Nefarious were.
Our greatness?
And who are you?
Wait, I'm not gonna sing this.
You're no good without me. How dare you ever doubt me? Now listen as the doctor sees the case.
That leads me to my second point. I love how dramatically different all the alternate personas were. Besides the big four, like Ratchet, Rivet, Clank, and Kit, no one is like their alternate self. LaPierre's a love-a-mom pirate
I am more lover than fighter.
with a ton of confidence and well respected by his crew. Well, at least before he messes up. But Rusty P, which is his alternate version, whatever game he's from, is a pirate only trying to make love to his dead captain, I swear.
Alas, poor Captain. No one misses you but me. I miss you too, Rusty Pete.
In the captain's head, and none of his pirates rate him for it. And hiccups are just not cool with him. Skid McMarks and the Phantom are super cool and awesome in both, but Skid is a bitch who's scared of the outside world, outside of his hoverboarding shit, and Phantom was all about that action. Captain Quark practically gaslighting the entire world trying to prove that he's a superhero. In reality, he's always helping out the wrong side. Quark never was afraid to boast about himself, his accomplishments, how great he was, while Captain Quantum was the exact opposite. Not only is he a much more reserved than with his arrogance, he plays as a pirate slash bad guy while working for the resistance, so he's like the complete opposite. Mr. Zircon, who was an iconic weapon in most of early Ratchet and Clank games and shit, would always taunt enemies and make comments about needing to kill somebody. You know, Mr. Zircon is bored, he shoots to kill, yada yada. You know, that shit cracked me up as a kid. And now Zerky, the alternate Mr. Zircon, literally just a bartender who forbids weapons in his establishment. Like, if anything, Zircon Jr. is closer to the alternate Mr. Zircon, you know? And I really love how different each character looks and sounds, and they're actually coming from like a different dimension. It really helps to move the story along. Like, definitely probably one of my favorite parts about the game. Now, speaking of the story, I think this is one of the best, or one of the better, well put together stories in the entire series, in my opinion. I might have to re-jog my memory with the game's actual tools of destruction, but argue with me in the comments, you know what I'm saying? The return of the Dimensionator in search of the Lombaxes causes all this mudness, and it's insane. The indecisiveness of Ratchet not being wanting to know if he wants to find his family or not because he's not gonna fit in, yada yada, live up to expectations. Kit not knowing if she's gonna be a good partner or not. Clank coming to terms with being broken. I put the air quotes there because holy. and yeah, this development of most characters is just very well written, and except for the Fixer. The Fixer, that shit was just kind of dumb. You know? I'm sorry, yo. There was no solution in that story. I was just dying because how dumb it is. But from the voice acting, all the Easter eggs, the connections to the past games, yo, this shit was so much better than the original remake. I'm so happy they decided to make an original story and kept the Ratchet and Clank franchise alive like this. Like, you know, I appreciate it a lot. Lastly, the gameplay, mwah, classic Ratchet and Clank shit, man. We play Ratchet and Clank shit to blow shit up, to have a bunch of flashy weapons, a bunch of fucking enemies, all the craziness, all the flashy lights, all the explosions, the seizures, warnings, you know what I mean? And the movement with the Omni Glove is probably the best thing they could have done for the game, man. I swear, that's the only reason why I kept playing it as much as I did. The amount of creativity it allows you to have with the Rift Cutters, the Phantom Dash, or flipping through the hordes of enemies, I was so here for it. And even like the slower sections, like the puzzle sections, like when you're playing Clank or doing anomalies and doing as glitch even, like yo, all those things are pretty cool. Like honestly, like actually you have to use my brain for most of them, you know? I mean, even though I was happy to skip them on my additional playthroughs, like the first time was banging stuff. Now let's get into the shit I didn't really fuck with in the game. As I said before, I don't like how the big four, like Ratchet, Rivet, Kit, and Clank, like all of them are pretty much the same character. I mean, fuck it, man. You know what I'm saying. Ratchet and Rivet legit have no personality. Nothing really makes them special, unique. They're just kind of like, yeah. Rivet is the only one that's like a tad bit more aggressive and a little quick to anger and shit. But like, especially because what happened in the story, a lot of shit meant to piss her off. And like, LePierre is like trying to holler at her like aggressively, you know? Like, she has to get mad for those things. But like, if Ratchet's in those situations too, he would have got mad same way, I swear.
You must seriously think I'm an idiot.
But if anything, Rivet is kind of closer to the OG Ratchet in the PS2 games with a short outburst, you know? But I didn't want to bring the OG Ratchet up because this Ratchet and that Ratchet, two different people. Kit and Clank are pretty much the same. Like, I'm happy Clank is actually a character in this game. Actually has a bunch of lines, and compared to the remake, like, yo, he's actually funny as shit. Like, you know, he has his moments. But both of them are quite, like, the quiet, nerdy type. Just trying to do whatever they can to help. And then they cry about it, not being able to do anything, you know? Which is actually kind of beyond me. Like, I don't get how y'all gonna cry to help and then cry that you can't do anything. We all know you don't do anything, man. The only difference really is that Kit can turn the giant Kit on demand, and which is still a copy of Giant Clank, but ultimately she's useful when she transforms, so kudos to Kit, you know? Another thing that really hurts the game is how repetitive it is. For how different the various worlds are, like how are there only 4 sets of enemies? And they're all pretty much the same, just in different skins, I swear. Like, there is limitless opportunities to have various stupid enemies and all this shit. Like, yo, it's a whole different dimension. We're breaking dimensions out here. They could have brought whatever kind of fuckery they wanted, like, you know? And then one of the main fucking villains is the Goon for Less. Like, those guys are from the older games, fam. Like, alright, like, you know? Like, those characters actually killed me. Like, their side comments and all their different interactions are cool, but like, fam, you brought that same Goon for Less from other games, fam. And then the Nefarious Bots is another one, the Pirates, and then the weird like animals from Sargasso. So I feel like the Sargasso animals are the only ones that I'm like, oh shit, like this, like they actually tried to make like some weird shit, like, you know? But then all 4 of those groups, they pretty much have like all their small little one-shottable grunts. Then they have like one melee mid-sized grunt. And then they have one melee like one mid-sized range kind of grunt. And then that's about it. Only difference, maybe the Pirates had the fucking shield guy. And that's everything else, like, yo, copy paste. And they all move the same. They all interact with their weapons the same. And besides the skins, like, they're the same. Like, 1-2 move and that's it, different. Oh, and don't get me started with the freaking stupid bosses, bro. Like, yo, those, I wish I had a name for them, but yo, freaking other, like, not the Nefariouses, because you fight 2 Nefariouses and both of them, they have their own parts too. But freaking these big bosses, bro, these guys, yo, you fight them at least 28 times, I swear, bro. And every time it's the exact same. And then there's this other one that's like a pirate version, but like I said, same boss, different skin. You might have one move different. But Aiki is just boring in general. And I think that is the worst part about the game being so competitive, because it makes it very easy and very redundant. I understand that the game was made for kids, but come on now. The people who care about Ratchet and Clank stuff are grown. And I hate when developers reintroduce shit from the 2000s and cater to people not from the 2000s. Like, you see how they messed up friggin' Incredibles 2 and Aladdin live action, yada yada. Like, they keep catering the new shit off the old shit, but for the new gen, that doesn't make sense. Like, new gen kids can't appreciate the retro stuff like that. So don't mess it up for the older heads too. Like, that doesn't make sense. But through all the rough edges, I still love this game. The completionist feel I got from leveling up all my weapons, finding all the gold bolts, finding all the skins, finding all the rift pockets, finding, like, I never platinum trophy the game faster than this one, I swear. This game is like definitely far from masterpiece, but damn, it was fun as fuck. I love Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and I can't wait to see what happens next for the rest of the series. Let me know how y'all feel about this game. If you agree or disagree with anything I said, you know, I'm definitely down to fight in the comments, because I'm definitely very passionate about the game. Even though, like I said, y'all, there's pros and cons, but it's gonna be me signing out. Don't forget to do dance, and till next time.
From the left side, like I'm paying off the refs, I let the text slide. I know I want my wrist froze, it'll take time. I know the city get cold in the nighttime. I know the can of goose fur make the birds fly. I know they wanna take mine, I don't know why. I put a Richie on my wrist, I'm from the 6 side. I keep a blicky on